All right, it's that time of year again for Halloween Horror Nights 30. Tagline says, never go alone, but you know what? Screw that, I am alone today. And you know what? It's fine. So you see, this year we got the returning of Universal Presents The Bride of Frankenstein Lives, Beetlejuice, which I didn't get to go on last year. By introducing this year, we got The Haunting of Hill House from Netflix, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Now, I don't know if this is going to be a rehash or if it's a completely new house. And then, of course, the HHN Icons captured. All the icons from the past 30 years, all in one house. So this year, Halloween Horror Nights is celebrating the 30 years of fears. Although technically speaking, this is the 31st year. But this is going to be the 30th year that's actually being held. All right, now I'm heading over to the Stay and Scream area, which is, I believe, down over by the Central Park area, as they traditionally do it, which lets out at Krusty Land. No, not Krusty Land, but Fast Food Boulevard in the Simpsons area. And we'll be able to hit up all the houses in the back. Oh boy, and look, right now, this is the line to get into the Stay and Scream area. I don't think they're letting anybody in right now, but soon. Right now it's only about 4 o'clock. Event starts at 6, so I usually get around like 4:45, 5 o'clock. In the meantime, check out some of the decorations that they already have out here. Of course, it'll look much more spookier and scarier in the evening and when the scare actors are out. So back here in Kids Zone, and I guess we could do a little, say we're doing a little recon as to what houses they'll let us in first, because these areas are usually where they allow entry. Looks like this one's gonna be Haunting of Hill House, and I'm not sure about this one. I believe it might be Beetlejuice or the Puppet Theater Playhouse. Oh, I can't remember the name of it. In the meantime, let's burn some, well, let's burn some time by going on E.T. Adventure. So I gotta say, E.T. Adventure is still a classic and fun dark ride. I don't care about the haters, but I just love going and smelling the forest as you walk through the queue. I love having to fly over the city and then making it onto the Green Planet and meeting all E.T.'s friends. And then at the end, he greets you as a friend, whether by name or just calling you a friend. It's still a magical experience. All right, making back from E.T. It looks like they've already started letting people in to Stay and Scream. You can see that there are scanned tickets. So yeah, let's go in there and wait out the rest of the time. So it looks like this year they've split the area. So yeah, lines are going into 2 of the houses. The ones, in this case, this line's going towards the back of the houses are the E.T. Kids play areas. Here comes the rain. It's pretty, well, it's not a Halloween Horror Nights with some rain at some point in time. So yeah, they split the lines to, down here left for Haunting of Hill House, and on the right, Beetlejuice is what I'm standing in. So yeah, looks like definitely first house we're going into is Beetlejuice. And by the way we're moving, I think they actually may have opened it despite staying closed. Unless they're just letting us queue up in front of the house until it opens. All right, there's Curious George, looking like he's having the time of his life. All right, after waiting an hour in the rain, we're finally about to go into Beetlejuice. All right, so I just got out of Beetlejuice, and I gotta say, my initial reaction was, it was awesome that they actually had Beetlejuice at the entrance, going into the house as kind of like a carnival barker, kind of working up the crowd, you know, getting you hyped up. But then in the first scare actor you see, full mask. And then afterwards, a lot of the scare actors wearing facial coverings, which by all means, that's it's not bad. Like, I'm glad that they're, you know, being safe, but it kind of does take away from the scare. Although there were some very effective jump scares. I was surprised how many animatronic and static figures that they had with actors interacting with them. And now in a very convincing manner too. So I gotta say, it was a pretty good house so far. Right now, Hill House that I just lined up into was 50 minutes, but I think I'm going to move on forward to the other houses, probably hit up that later on tonight. So yeah, right now I'm going to head over to either Scarey, Ohio, or the Puppet Theater. I think there's also, if I'm not mistaken, a Pumpkin, with a Twisted Tales. I don't know. So we'll head over there, check it out. So right now, Puppet Theater is at 25 minutes. So Wicket Growth, 15. I'm going there, Wicket Growth. Gotta see some pumpkins. So back here behind MID, you see one of the, looks like a decommissioned ride vehicle. Oh geez, we're flooded over here. We're finally making it inside. This pumpkin patch. Alright, despite not being able to see much because of my fogged up and warped glasses, I gotta say that I actually got scared pretty bad. There's some really good jump scares, because a lot of them are all pumpkin ghouls and witches and stuff like that. Oh my gosh, there's a lot of great set pieces. I mean, it's a lot of great classic Halloween imagery, like, again, big pumpkins, witches and the cauldrons. It's pretty nuts. I gotta say, yeah, honestly, I think this might be my favorite house. Oh man, Puppet Theater is delayed. I guess I'm gonna go over to Scarey, Ohio. Hopefully, mine's not that long. Oh, shucks. It seems like Scarey, Ohio is also on a delay right now. That's a bummer. Alright, so I guess right now I'm gonna try to see if I can go back into Hill House. Time here at Hill House is 45 minutes. Thank you. Guess we'll just go on in. Alright, so finally making our way into a haunting of Hill House after about a 30-minute wait. Oh, shoot. Looks like it's Jack over there. But yeah, like I said, going into Haunting of Hill House. Now, I've never seen the original series or the sequel series, but I have seen the Haunting from the 90s, and I believe there was an adaptation that was like in the 50s or 60s. Okay, so just got out of Haunting of Hill House, and wow, this one, classic haunted house. And I mean the sense that, like, classic haunted house, like think Haunted Mansion. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, Haunted Mansion, a lot of the gags and effects and whatnot were inspired by Haunting of Hill House, the book, or maybe the movie from the 50s and 60s. But yeah, there's a lot of good usage of various peppers, ghosts, and other projection, and even some physical, like, ghost effects. Much in the same way how they did, what was that, Graveyard Games a few years ago. In fact, there's also really good, or two good sequences where it's pitch black, and there's stereosphonic, or just like really spatial audio playing tricks on you and whatnot, and delivering some really good scares in that case. Again, this one, another A+, another good house in my book. Alright, Puppet Theater right now is 16-minute wait, but fortunately, the only other house that's next to this area is Scarey, Ohio, and that one's showing the same time, so might as well just continue on this way. Now, Puppet Theater was revealed sometime last year, and they actually did kind of like a little sneak preview of both the artwork as well as some of the scares and interiors of the house. So this one is one of my highly anticipated ones, just because we got a glimpse of what it could be. As you can see, it does look like an old, dilapidated theater. Supposedly, if I remember correctly, the story is like ballerinas versus puppets. They all kind of like were working in the same theater as it collapsed. Fortunate enough, you can see a cast change going on right now. Of course, these guys have to wear robes, so you can't show off what they're wearing, and also to protect any makeup and accoutrements that they may have. So right now I'm taking a little break over here in this Coke Freestyle Center. Filled myself a nice caffeine-free diet Coke. I've been drinking sodas all day thanks to the Freestyle cup. But yeah, coming out of the Puppet Theater, I gotta say that's one that's actually became pretty intense. There was some pretty good back-to-back scares, a lot of misdirects, a lot of creepy puppets, and I gotta say, some of those puppets are creepy. In fact, a lot of them are puppets that are made from human corpses. There's a lot of body horror and grotesquerie in this. People being sewn together into new puppets, people being hacked apart, ballerinas that are disfigured, or some even just plain. Ugh, I don't know about that one. So I think that's. Right now, that was the goriest house I've been on. Again, another banger. I gotta say, each house, not saying they're getting better. Oh, no, they are. They're getting better and better. With each time I'm going through. I don't know, maybe it's more, I'm just getting more into the spirit, compared to, say, when went to see Beetlejuice at the beginning of the night. But again, it's so far been a pretty good event, despite being rainy. So the last house on the back side of the parks, I got Scarey, Ohio. Now, supposedly it's a 15-minute wait, but we'll see. We're getting close to the tent right now. Now, thinking about Scarey, Ohio, this is actually Cary, Ohio, which is the home location of Jack, as well as a lot of other Halloween Horror Nights events and houses from previous years.
Families traveled from miles around to pick the perfect carving pumpkin from Mr. Parker's village. Although they were there at the pumpkins, they leave with much, much more. They left with a warm feeling of friendship and the idea that it's like.
Alright, so I dipped out into Diagon Alley just for a brief moment, because coming out of Scarey, Ohio, there was one of the stadium shows that's right where the Fear Factor stage was going on. Very loud music, so it's kind of hard to speak. But yeah, Scarey, Ohio, it's kind of like a hodgepodge of older houses. Like I was mentioning earlier before, a lot of events, stories, and things that happened from previous Halloween Horror Nights houses, such as the HR Blood and Guts house from almost a decade ago. Then you also have the Meats, like, you know, the killer butchers with the plastic masks going around, and things like that. Some of them, to be honest, I don't recognize or remember much of them. But it's all, you know, all in good fun. It was pretty creepy, but a lot of it's still, I wouldn't say confusing. It's just like, because I'm just not familiar with the houses. So it's like when you're being thrown a whole bunch of things that keep constantly changing, yeah, you know, it's a bit disconcerting, a bit confusing, but still pretty effective scares. Some really good mask work, I gotta say. Especially, like I said, if you remember the Meats, the butcher, like mascot, where everyone in the house that's either being killed or killing other people wearing these pretty creepy plastic masks. Again, pretty effective, pretty creepy. This one's a decent house so far. Alright, so right now I'm gonna finally go through a scare zone that's actually operating. This next one we're going up to is Crypt TV, which is, I believe, a YouTube channel or some streaming site that has a lot of horror shorts. And so like the characters and the things I'll be coming across will be featured in those shorts. I'll put a link down below. There actually has a curated list of videos that you could see that are based off the characters that are in the scare zone. Ooh, spider woman. Actually looking kind of cute, to be honest. Oh, got a ship there. Oh, jeez. Oh, wow.
It's like they have to stay out here
to now is called Seek and Destroy, in which the streets of New York have been taken over by some sort of cyber alien thingy, led by the controller. And just heard earlier, there were some chainsaws going around. Now the outfits here kind of remind me of that old show V. House I'm going into is the HHN Icons Captured House. 65-minute wait. Mario celebrating 30 years of fears. So the HHN Icons Captured House is your traditional anniversary house, which they gather in all the icons from the past 30 years, I guess, including like, the caretaker, Jack, of course, Chance, the usher, and all the you know, all your friends, and just unleash them into one spooky house. All right, so just coming out of the HHN Icons captured, and like I mentioned earlier, this is like, it's like the Avengers of the Halloween Horror Nights Icons. I mean, you've got everybody from Lady Luck to Fear itself to Chance to, of course, Jack, the storyteller. It's been a while since I've even thought of a storyteller, and the usher, the director. Who else is missing? Oh my gosh, Bloody Mary. They never show Bloody Mary in any of the marketing. But wow, yeah, that house, I can't say is that I was that scared or startled, because the entire time I'm just rooting for these people. Like, you know, like I mentioned earlier, they're like friends, you know, so it's just great to see them all in one house doing their thing. Very, very cool. All right, so I think the last house I'll be visiting tonight is going to be Case Files Unearthed, Legendary Truth, 45-minute wait. It's going to be over here in the Shrek building.
Express with me, regular line on this way.
All right, so, oh gosh, that Legendary Truth house. Oh man, the coolest house of the event. It is, I was mistaken, because I thought it was supposed to be more based on the various legends. I don't know, to be honest, I never really played the AR game, so I don't know enough. But it was, well, basically what it boils down to is you're following this detective that is going to investigate all these things, and it's basically, you are going through various like pulp crime novels, solving these cases, and you're running into the monsters that this guy is investigating, which is just so cool. And the thing is, like, the scares, they really good jump scares. They got some really big monsters. And the final scare, oh boy. Man, seriously, this is like the coolest house of the evening. But yeah, very, very awesome. Alright, coming up to Mel's Die-In, we're going to make our way over to the next scare zone. We're going to visit Gorewood Forest, which we saw earlier today. Of course, during the daytime when it was dry. Oh, are they like hanging someone or cooking someone in a vat? Oh, oh jeez. Oh my god. Oh my god, you're actually coming out of the thing. Gross. Not gross though, cool. Oh. Alright, so the next scare zone we'll walk into is Lights, Camera, HACKtion, Eddie's Revenge. Now, supposedly this Eddie person is like the brother of Jack. Let's see if we could find him. Oh, is this like a working movie set or something?
Don't worry, kids. We'll help you. And if you mess up, Eddie will cut you.
Oh. Oh, all right. Yeah, this is supposed to be a hot set. Oh, Van 55.
I got one up for you. How about this? Come on, it's fresh. You don't want the ice cream? This is just as good. Ice cream. Come on, don't be shy.
Looks like someone got stuck on the carpentry tools, the workbench over here. How's it going? Woodworking over here. Oh! Tricks and Foons. Oh yeah, let's go visit this food cart. I'm quite hungry. Let's see what we got on the menu today. I don't know. This got barbs, French fries. Oh my! I didn't realize there's some. Oh geez, I didn't realize how gory the food actually is. Oh! Oh, Invasion! I remember this scare zone from a couple years ago. Excellent. All right, so we're about to end the evening. We're about to exit the park, but before we do that, we're going to top it off by visiting and celebrating the 30 years of Fear's Scare Zone.
Tales I tell of hurry, step right up.
Oh, sorry. Oh, you're talking about?
Good evening.
All right. So that about does it for night one of Halloween Horror Nights. Yeah, it was a rough one this year. Started off pretty rocky. Well, actually pretty rainy. Got very wet. And I'm still kind of moist after almost what time is it now? It's like almost midnight, almost like 7-8 hours since the initial rains. But yeah, this is so far, you know, this is a on par, if not a surprising Halloween Horror Nights. And what I mean by that is I'm surprised that they're able to actually hold it this year. With all the with all the safety precautions that they put in, the vinyl barriers, the plexiglass, and a lot of the performers wearing masks. And I don't mean like the masks like full prosthetic vinyl rubber, you know, creature masks. No, I'm talking about, of course, the facial coverings. It's especially on something like the Beetlejuice house, seeing like characters like Lydia Dietz wearing a face mask is at first was a bit jarring, to say the least. As I've gone through other houses there, and it didn't really bother me as much, even until like the last house that I did tonight, the Unsolved Cases, Legendary Truth. I can't remember the name of that house for some reason. But yeah, the detective in each scene and tableau that he's in, he's got a full-on face covering, and it, for the most part, it didn't bother me at that point. Thankfully, it didn't rain the entire evening, because I was able to catch a lot of the scare zones at first for quite a while. I tried walking through while it's still raining, and of course, you can't have any scare actors if it's not dry. But thankfully, they were able to show up. Unfortunately, we didn't. I don't think there was any of the stilt walking scare actors, which I would assume we would have had in the Seek and Destroy area, because that seemed kind of empty for the most part. And then also in the Gorewood Forest, it seemed a bit lacking. Like there could have been more scare actors. And usually in those areas, that's where you'll see your stilt walking scare actors. Anyways, thank you for joining me on this rainy, wet Halloween Horror Nights adventure. Stay tuned. Hopefully I'll do a follow-up video. Now, I didn't do all the houses, as you've noticed. I didn't do Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which is new for this year. And I didn't do the two houses that I've done last year, which were Bride of Frankenstein Lives and Revenge of the Tooth Fairy. But hopefully in the next on the next time I visit, I'll cover those. Hopefully I could recollect those two houses, and see if they did any changes to it compared to last year's. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this adventure, make sure you leave a comment, like the video, the usual. Subscribe to the channel. That way you know next time I'm on another adventure. Anyways, guys, I'll see you in the next one.